feels like now?
What?
Because like Troh's here, but only in like a weird sense. Like by the time the video's on YouTube, Troh's here. But for you and I, Troh's in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just weird to me. It's like we're hanging out with Troh, but we didn't invite him.
Yeah. He's just watching like from somewhere. I don't know. It's weird.
What are you, Troh?
Troh, what are you doing?
Show yourself, Troh.
Troh, what's wrong with you? Yeah. Yeah, no, Troh, man. People seem to like you around here.
He's become my new favorite part of the podcast.
Wow. Yeah.
You're still number 2, Jimmy. That's fine.
That's fine. Number 2.
Yeah.
First the worst, second the best, as I always say. Since I've never been first. Hence why I always say it.
That's a real honest take on that saying, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother, someone did something terrible to us last night.
To us?
You and me and anybody watching this.
What?
Most people watching this.
Oh, yeah.
People watching this in the United States.
Yeah.
They stole from us something that we can never get back. We lost an hour of sleep, Jimmy.
A whole hour, dude.
And I don't know where the fuck it went.
A whole hour.
I don't understand how that happens.
That's what I sent to you this morning. I was playing Minecraft last night, and I'm digging away. We started a new world, just digging away. Haven't played in a while. I'm getting lost in time and experience, and I was like, this is amazing. Time's flying. But time not only flew, it quite literally disappeared in front of me into some sort of time-space continuum, because I looked down, it's at 2:10 a.m. I look away for 5 minutes. I look back, 3:15 a.m., and I freaked out a little bit inside. So, wasn't my favorite thing to have happened.
Dude, I was up real gamer hours. I was working on an Iron Maiden video, and all of a sudden it was like 6 a.m. And
Oh, yeah.
usually when I'm editing and I do that, I'm startled by the rising sun. But with the whole daylight savings time thing, the sun is now an hour later, and so I didn't have that like,
Wait, so since it's...
The sun rises an hour later.
But then it sets an hour later now.
So daylight savings time, we're now off daylight savings time, I think. The way it works is it's too dark for too long in the morning during the winter. Mm-hmm. So they jack up the clocks so that the sun comes up an hour earlier. And that's daylight savings time.
I like it.
And it's for those dark hours. Now we're heading into spring and summer, so they don't need to do that. So they go, back to normal time. And now, yeah. Here we are.
We're off.
No, we're on. Wait. No, you're right. We're off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, that's good. We're back to normal.
Except for that thing last night. That wasn't
right.
very good.
Yeah. No, it feels bad. It's like, well, they gave it to us, Jimmy, long ago, and now they've taken it back.
Yeah.
Empty
but
promises.
we didn't tell them they could take it back.
No. It's like...
The receipt is too far expired.
And we can't
off.
pick the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck them. All right. I have to vent about something that I saw.
Yeah.
I tweeted about it too.
Okay.
So the other day I'm looking on, I'm scrolling through Twitter and I see this thing pop up from the good old boys at Elgato. And
that means the cat.
Yes, it does mean the cat, but I'm talking about streamer Elgato, okay? These guys are like, at some point between now and 2 years ago, they have established themselves as like the Apple of streaming, of like for
They're the guys.
streamers.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah,
guys, you know. I have Elgato stuff. That green screen for no apparent reason is Elgato because it is mobile and I can take it with me.
I don't have that green screen. Does that make it an El No Gato?
I'm gonna
Continue your story, Jimmy. It's very important.
I'll continue it. My camera is being broadcasted through an Elgato game capture card thing.
Okay, I don't see where this is going, Jimmy. You're
I'm
just
saying
rife
that
with Elgato
I'm saying
gear.
that this. I'm not like anti Elgato, as in like I've
Right.
never used their stuff. I have a bias. I'll never use it. I have used it. It's just
and
that
are currently.
the only reason I'm using it is because there's like no one else that makes their stuff. But since they've established themselves as these streamer guys, like the Apple of stream service equipment, now they're starting to like swerve out of their own lane a little bit.
Oh, they do that. They always do that.
So I see this thing on Twitter and it's about acoustic paneling.
Oh
Elgato.
shit! I saw the tweet.
And these little hexagon things, it was like $100 for a pack of 6 of these things.
Hell yeah!
And they had this big advertisement for like engineered by scientists. They just got done experimenting on small animals and now they're making sound panels for us. They're amazing and they understand. And they're acting like you put 6 of these on your wall, you'll never hear an echo or a reverb again in your entire life. That's not how that works at all. You'd have to buy 100 of those things in a pack of 6 at $100 each pack of 6 to get a good sound if you have a big room. If I were to put 6 of those fucking things on my wall in front of me and only those 6, it'd be like nothing's there. Nothing would happen.
I don't have any sound treatment in this room.
Oh yeah, you're in your other room.
I had to move out of my office.
Yeah.
I'm in a temporary setup in my bedroom because there was water coming in through the walls.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah. Nice.
It's been kind of cool because my third monitor I can like turn and angle down towards my bed, and I can actually watch stuff in bed. It's kind of nice. Although then my computer crashes like it does frequently. And then it just goes, and then I'm lying in bed and my speakers are just going, and so we're done.
It
watching.
crashes like while you're not even on it.
Well, no. If I'm watching something in bed,
Oh, I
it's
see
the
what you're
same
saying.
problem it's been having for 2 years.
Okay.
I mean, since I built the thing, poorly apparently. I don't know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So anyway, don't buy Elgato's sound paneling. It's
Yeah,
way
no.
overpriced. That's not
Go
how
to
they work.
Amazon and type in sound paneling and buy the cheapest,
Yeah.
the most you can get for the smallest amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 1-inch paneling that's good, and you should probably buy the 1-inch paneling. 2-inch paneling or like 1.5-inch paneling, you're going to start spending a bit more money, but is like that stuff will suck sound like mad. So maybe if you wanted to like have like something right where you're speaking on the back wall so it didn't like bounce off, then maybe I'd put like 1.5 or 2-inch there.
Yeah, dude. I just got a bunch of Amazon acoustic treatment stuff that's just sitting over there. It's like you get like the bass traps to put along the bottom, and then
Oh yeah,
look at the corner traps.
I never went there. That's some like bougie stuff, Jimmy, if you're getting corner traps on your sound paneling, which I'm all about. I will eventually.
This room is just so empty. Like this.
Dude, now that we're talking about rooms, I can hear your room.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room sound.
Yeah. And I even have like quite a few panels up already. And it's still like, just because I don't have anything else filling this room,
Yeah.
I have a lot to do. I have to put shit everywhere.
I think this one's pretty good because of the bed.
Oh
Probably.
yeah. Having any furniture at all is so nice in rooms. I have nothing except my desk and then whatever else I put behind me. So yeah, I have to get a little creative here. but it's
Speaking
fine.
of- What is that behind you? Is it a flag?
It's a like a quilt or blanket thing. I don't know. I've always used it as like decoration rather than its actual made purpose of keeping
You warm?
me warm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had a quilt when I was trying to record drums in the house I was living at a different house in Austin. It was like quilts are your best friend. So I had quilts hung up on the walls.
Yeah. I've never had any other quilt. So I just like this is a decoration now. It's very important to me. And it's Flyers. Philadelphia
Wait.
Flyers.
Flutie's from Canada. Does she care about hockey then?
Nope, doesn't care about sports.
Okay. I don't know. I just thought
No sports.
I was thinking maybe if you guys rooted for like different teams, it'd be all spicy.
Oh,
A house divided.
mine's better than yours. Yeah, no, doesn't care.
Did you play in college at all?
Mm-hmm.
I think I knew that.
Yeah, I played hockey. And
yeah.
it wasn't like NCAA, but it was,
What was your position?
usually right wing.
Hell yeah.
My whole
dude.
life. Yeah.
Is that a good position to play, or is that like playing? I'm not gonna mention. I'll piss somebody off.
Essentially, hockey. The way hockey works with position, it's like medium, small, fast dudes, forwards, big, clunky, aggressive defensemen. Like that's kind of the way it works.
Okay. What is a right wing?
Right wing is a forward. There's three forwards: left wing, center, right wing, and kind of exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Three
yeah,
guys
no, I get
going
that now.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if there's one sport that I would have played that I didn't get to, it's rugby.
You seem like a rugby guy to me.
I didn't know rugby was so fun looking.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about. We had a rugby team at my high school, or like a club. I think that all the people who wanted to play rugby at my high school just played with. I don't really know because I didn't know shit about rugby, but it's basically like the version of football that I wish I could have played. I had no idea it was awesome until about 2 years ago when I was in Africa. It was on TV and I was watching. I was like, "This is so dope,
Dude."
It just looks a lot more fun than."
Did you see?
Football.
I think you know that. I think it's like the New Zealand rugby team, and they do that like pre-ritual chant.
The haka?
Yes, the haka.
Yes. I do that alone in my room, Jimmy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That seems like something you do. That's perfect.
Yep. Yeah, man.
How does that work
That's
for you?
fun. That's work. I mean, it's great.
It's never not
I love
worked.
it. I love it. Yeah.
I'll
it's a
never
lot of fun.
discontinue this. I need a pre-ritual chant.
For this?
Everything. I need multiple pre-ritual. Is it pre-ritual? It's not pre-ritual. That doesn't sound right.
No, it's pre-something ritual.
Pre-something ritual.
Like a pre-game ritual or pre-podcast ritual.
Okay. I need
What would your pre-podcast ritual be? I'm just gonna do the haka. I'm over here like slapping my body and
I'm gonna spit out my window and point at somebody after they watch me do it. That's what my ritual is gonna be. It's not very cultural.
That doesn't make any sense. You're just heckling people. That's not even heckling. You're just spitting at people.
But that's my ritual. It's like superstitious. It's superstition. I have to do it, or else it's a terrible podcast. So I have to spit. And
They're like, oh my god, it's a spit guy again. Oh shit, and you're like, nah,
spit and point. I just scream and look, and then close my window really aggressively. Speaking of which, have you seen your windows like underneath them, like when you like lift them up? Have you seen if they're like fucked?
On the sill?
Yeah,
like the what part of
like
them
the
is
mesh
fucked for
part,
you?
you know, like on the other side.
The frame? I'm not the frame. The what's that called?
I don't know. It's the other part of the window
I'm
to me.
totally blanking on the mesh.
Yeah,
framey,
sure.
framey meshy.
The meshy guy.
There's someone at home just like, it's called fucking this.
Yeah.
And we're just like, no, framey meshy part.
Framey
Yeah,
meshy part on the other side of the window.
yours is
Have you
broken?
seen yours before in where you're at?
I have looked out my window and I haven't noticed them, so that must mean that they're working properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or yours not.
I had to put weather stripping on all the sides of mine because they're like bent in like this.
Oh,
it looks
I
like
see
they're
what
all
you
wearing
mean.
like a, what is that called? A fucking
Corset?
corset. Yeah. All of my meshy window guys were wearing corsets.
Corset, not
Corsets.
corset.
Corsets, Corvettes.
Corset. Corvette.
Corset, Corvette.
No, it's Corvette, but corset.
Corset.
I think. I don't know.
Of course it.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Yes. Yeah. Anyway.
You got anything new going on in RuneScape, Jimmy?
They have a whole new series going on. And
right.
it's hard. It's a hard series to do.
Just scheduling is hard?
Scheduling's for sure hard.
Or like while you're sitting down and recording, you're like, you're having to push it along because...
A little bit of both, because of where we're at in the game. I was dumb and set the restrictions for us that we could not leave free-to-play content until we did Dragon Slayer. So doing Dragon Slayer requires like magic and money making, and doing that in free-to-play Iron Man sucks so much. I did that for buy release, and it was just me, but now I'm teaching somebody else to do it, and it's fucking hard. Luckily, though,
okay.
he's like, Finley is in the stage of RuneScape where he does random shit for long periods of time for no reason. And like, he doesn't think about what he's doing. He's just like, I'm grinding. Like, instead of doing Knight's Sword and getting 29 smithing immediately, he just mined and smithed all day long for the purpose of like, I'm training smithing and mining. It didn't look into it. Didn't think about I could go straight to 29 smithing. He was like, I'm gonna have all this material. I'm gonna be making this armor, like, you know, I'm gonna sell it. We're gonna get money for it. Like, you're gonna thank me for all this ore I'm getting. I'm like, you're right. Continue doing this. That's fantastic. Thank you. So things like that of him just not really knowing efficient ways to play is actually working in our benefit somehow. So it's great.
That's fun. I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I could go back and capture some of my own like fumbling through RuneScape. I think it would be a lot of fun to do content about if you didn't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. But the closest we can get is filming with someone who doesn't know anything about it. So you've got Thinly, I've got Strangelove, and it's he doesn't grind. He's not about that, but that's totally fine. I'm not about that either. But it's funny the things that, like, half of the fun of that series that we did playing RuneScape improperly is him just wandering around and being like, what the hell is this? And it was just, or like he's freaking out and it's just like a gnome.
Yeah.
And which they look like an abomination, but we're just totally... We know they look like abominations, so we're just, we just eyes glazed over. We don't notice that they look like horrific little terror babies with massive jaws, and like the chicks, the fucking boobs are like, it's disgusting. It's weird. It's bad.
You talking about the gnomes?
Yeah, the gnomes. Any of the chick gnomes, their bodies are. I ain't about to shame someone about their body shape, but unless you're a gnome. That's
fair.
It's like, just go look at them. I don't know.
Go take a gander. Take a gander at them. I can't remember what. Oh, yesterday, like, speaking of like the way dumb NPCs look, I streamed Enlighted Journey, the balloon guy quest yesterday.
Oh,
you know that one?
Awesome, thrilling content.
Well, I was doing all the shitty like balloon navigation, like that dumb interface thing without guides for all the unlocks. So it was like,
oh, really?
Trying to there was a few funny parts of me being like, why the fuck does that crash you? That doesn't make any sense. It was It was goofy. But there's the guy in there that you talk to, August, I think that's his name, or it's like Auguste or so. I don't know, August, Auguste, one of the two.
Yeah.
He's the main guy that you talk to there. His face in the chat head is so weirdly HD compared to like everybody else. And it's like a preview of RuneScape HD or something at the time.
Really?
It's very weird.
I actually remember that. Yeah. I did that. I did it recently on White Wolf.
Yeah.
Like in the past 2. I think I did it in this latest episode that I'm about to release.
He's a weird looking guy.
Yeah.
It makes you very uncomfortable. Yeah. His eyes are like very open. He's like those like Dorgashun goblins, like with the huge bulging eyes, but he's a person. It's weird. I don't like him. It was just a goofy thing I found. I was thinking about that late last night, thinking about August from Midnight Journey. How creepy he looks.
So this latest Iron Man episode, the one that I just finished editing, I thought I had a bunch of clips that were me preparing and killing General Grardor.
Mm-hmm. No?
There's like 3 episodes worth of footage of just random progress shit that I completely forgot about.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I just, like, I'm just doing Slayer tests, I'm doing farm runs, I'm doing bossing, I'm all over the place. We're doing Jad.
And it's just sitting, like, you just forgot that happened, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I was all procrastinating doing General Grardor. I just didn't know I was that proficient.
Yeah.
At not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I think that's like the curse of having an account where, well, I guess not an account, a series where progress does matter a lot, is because like when I'm doing progress and stuff, if I like forget to record me doing this big grind, like I did a bunch of construction on the account in the middle of my Barrows grind, and I only got like 2 clips of me doing it. I went from like, I was like 5 construction, and the next clip I was like 41, and I was talking about how it was actually 47, and I was like, no one cares about that.
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't matter.
I don't actually, Iron Man's not actually like a progress series though.
Right.
So I could not record what I'm getting there, but it's a lot of the clips are me playing the game and doing stuff that like one of them I unlock the high, I get 85 farming and I get access to the high tier of the farming guild. And so like there's a little part of me exploring that because I've never been there and I didn't even know I was about to unlock it. So I don't know. It's not really like progress where I'm like, I'm grinding levels, because I hardly ever grind levels on that account anymore. I mean, like for White Wolf, I think I got 39 to 65 construction in this next episode that's going to come out. And it, like you said, it's like, hey, I got this.
Wait, so White Wolf, are you still doing like the self-sufficient thing? No? Okay.
I haven't been doing that for a long time, Jimmy.
Okay. I couldn't remember like how you were going about that. Like if you were still...
no, I was doing that for a while, and I'm so glad I'm not, because I've spent so much money.
That's like all I was thinking about when you said going to 60 something construction. I was like, did you?
That account has basically been paid for by, let's see what there. One thing that I remember, because I was thinking about this recently. One of the things I can't remember, because I remember it was 2 things, but the other one was when I killed Sea Engineer in Trailblazers, and Ingus had put a 50 mil bounty on his head, and so a drunk Ingus had put a 50 mil bounty on his head, and sober Aaron had recorded it.
Nice.
And then I put it in the video, and then once it was on YouTube, I sent it to Ingus. It was like, hey, brother.
Oh, my God.
How about that 50 mil? And he's rich as shit, so he edited it over to
yeah, dude.
White Wolf.
He made that video that went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I spent a billion years at Nightmare.
Is it still popping off or?
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh, I know what'll be fun. Maybe for the viewers, maybe.
What?
I want live on air. Oh fuck. Ah shit.
What?
Just a second. I dropped my coffee.
Drop your coffee?
No. The coffee, like the part that.
That's way less scary than.
I live on air. But the next title of my YouTube video of the next Iron Man video, I'm thinking it might be was it gonna go like watch RuneScape destroy a man's sanity in 30 days. And it's just gonna be a descent into madness, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. The video got weird, Jimmy. It's all
okay.
I actually want to tell you. No.
Oh.
I actually want to tell you because this will come out after the episode.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, like, don't
and even if
spoil
it doesn't, then people can go watch it because it's not like a Shyamalan plot twist where you're like, whoa,
yeah,
she was blind the whole movie or whatever. Basically, I pitched the beginning of the video by saying, like, I don't know where these clips came from. I lied to you in the last episode, said it was going to be a Grottor episode. It's not. So let's find out together. Let's go on a journey and see what the heck happens. And that's the idea of the episode because that's literally what it is. So I felt good about making it because it's not like a contrived thing where I'm trying to get like a YouTube idea. It's just literally this was my life.
Yeah.
In RuneScape. And I hope that's relatable, and I think it is. So sure, it'll be fun for people. And so I just go through like day 1, day 5, day 10, day 30 of procrastinating doing General Grardor, and it just has less and less to do with General Grardor, and then the clips just become like me doing random things, and you can really see the like C+ high school student who never did his homework, just like doing everything he could do not to go to General Grardor. Yeah. And then at the end, I'm literally sitting there editing last night with my timeline, and I have 13 or 14 minutes of edited, like tight edited. We're either getting rid of entire sections or it's not getting any smaller. And then I have like an hour and a half of all this other stuff that I still don't know what to do with. Like I thought that the episode was I thought it was all going in the episode. And so I actually recorded myself editing the timeline and I show this to the audience and I'm like, this is the episode you just watched. This is what we have left. And so I don't know what to do with it. So we're just going to go through this journey together. And so instead of like editing up clips, I go through on the timeline of Vegas a couple points, like scrubbing.
Funny, dude.
I know. I was scrubbing through it, and then explain in narration what's happening in the clips by looking at the little preview.
That's funny.
And then I go a level deeper because then I bring up that video of me editing that video. So it's me talking about the clips of me talking about the clips. And then I'm like contextualizing that, and then the video I just lose it, and then the video ends.
It just fucking ends by you going, just file, like, export.
Yeah, and I keep dragging in like into desktop frame all the clips of like Iron Man episode 17 folder, and it's just like hundreds of clips that I haven't used yet, and I'm like, I don't know what I thought was gonna happen in this episode, but it's certainly not General Grardor.
Yeah.
And so I don't know I didn't know what to do with the episode, so I just started explaining it.
Hey,
as I was editing it, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I liked it.
It works.
It's definitely a weird RuneScape progress video.
That's better than a normal progress video.
And at least I like it, and I think you'll like it because anything, I don't know, it's so fourth wall breaking.
Yeah, I love that.
I think anyone who has made a RuneScape progress video or edited stuff at all will probably just be like, ha ha ha, I get that.
I relate to this.
Yeah. So I don't know how many editors there are out there that'll think that that's just like funny. I will say, and I'm not going to name names. I know you're listening to this. The amount of people that messaged me personally on Discord after the last Bankstandin to tell me that my bricklaying metaphor is astounding. I got many personal messages from people saying, "Hey, I thought that bricklaying metaphor was awesome."
Why didn't they comment that on the YouTube video?
Well, because by the time the comments were there, it was so one-sided. I think that they
were too scared to be the outlier.
Well, I think the jury was out on it. They were just like, "Well, I feel like I'll just DM 9rain on Discord."
Yeah, I mean,
it was people I know that were DMing me.
All right.
Yeah. So a lot of it was like other YouTube content creators. Some of it was not, but it was really funny. I felt so justified. I was like, yes.
What were we even talking about with that metaphor?
The creative process. How sometimes you get up and you like try to do your job and you work for 8 hours, but you haven't made any tangible progress.
Okay.
That was the whole point of that elaborate bricklaying metaphor.
Yeah. I remember just like listening to that and just I started thinking about the fact that I hadn't made progress doing anything. And I think I was just like, had an epiphany right there. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's what, yeah.
I didn't even make it through the whole metaphor before I started freaking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could go back and watch that and just see like the look on your face as you like slowly like go.
Well, I think Troh had edited it. He edited my face, zooming in to me going like, what? Like making it seem
really?
like I was reacting to your metaphor, but I was like, I haven't done anything.
Yeah, you're like,
yeah. I was like, huh.
That's what that look is?
I haven't done.
Just like existential terror.
Yes, that's what I had felt in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all February. It was one big, oh my God, my life's falling apart in my head the entire month. The entire month, dude.
Do you want to talk about that? Wait, what is it? It's March now?
It's March now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So things are going a little smoother now. But I wasn't on a schedule. I was moving apartments at the beginning of the month and meeting 3 deadlines. I had 3 videos go out in the shortest month of the year. As I'm moving in, selling in Flutton, she's trying to get her comfortable moving to a different country, figuring out her setup so she can work. And, you know, that's obviously a stressful situation. And then not knowing how to make 3 videos in such a short amount of time with how perfectionist.
What were the 3 videos
I did.
You put out?
I think I did by release.
2 by release?
I did by release. I did. Was it
Valheim
2?
video?
I did a Valheim video. Was it 2 by releases? What the fuck did I do?
Might have been another by release. I don't know.
Dude, I don't even remember.
Was it the first one? No, that came in March. The Thinly one.
Yeah, that was this. Wait, no, that was February.
Like late February?
Yeah. It was. That was the last one I did. So I did a by release, our 007 series in Valheim, and that was
Nice.
all.
I haven't touched Valheim in about a week.
That was all in from the 15th to the 27th. 3 videos. That was crazy. That was bullshit. I hated that.
I actually made 2 Valheim videos.
Yeah, how was that? That was your first ever non-RuneScape video on the channel, right?
Yeah, it didn't do very well, but I didn't expect it to. And so Here's one thing to think about. If any of you are making videos or content, so this could be useful even if you're not doing YouTube. If you're selling something or creating something, you are, people are going to find you for one thing, because that's the only way to find someone is by like one thing, whether it's a video or a product that they purchased or whatever. And then they are going to want that thing again or something close to it. That's why you go to someone's YouTube channel. You're like, I like this video. I want something like it. Probably. Some people might be okay with showing up and be like, wow, this is absolutely not what I expected. Or like if you watched a funny Minecraft playthrough and it was like a stream highlight playthrough of Minecraft, and then you showed up to the channel and it was like thoughtful MMORPG lore, you'd be like, I'm at the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the Valheim video, which is fine. I knew I was doing it, but it's a completely different style of video for a different game. The title and thumbnail are of a different style, so it doesn't even look like a 9rain title or thumbnail. So in no way was I doing myself any favors, but the reason I uploaded it was because it was so funny.
Yeah.
And I had such a good time making it. I was like, normally I would sit there and I would sweat, but be like, how am I going to pull this off on my channel and blah, blah, blah. But I was just like, this is too good. It's too good. And in fact, the reason I made 2 Valheim videos is because you and I recorded with Charborg and Flutton. You and I recorded some on our own, and then so we did a couple different recording sessions, and the content was good. But then I watched your video, and I was like, you did like I was already creating a very similar video.
Yeah.
And I knew that was going to happen as we were recording. I'm kind of thinking like, we've done this enough that I'm like, as I'm pressing F8 to like replay buffer, save that clip, I'm like, Jimmy's also saving that clip because that's a savable clip.
Yeah.
And we're going to probably cut it similarly because you get to a point where you're like, this is kind of how this clip should be cut.
Yeah.
And so anyways, and then I just hopped on one night and played with some buddies from high school, and we went on a boat adventure, and it was well, go watch the video, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was like I had to do it.
Yeah.
Just like when I made those Rush shorts when you and I played, that I uploaded to my second channel, I just had to do it. I remember watching the footage and be like, oh yeah, we're cutting this baby up.
Yep. Yeah, it's so fun, dude.
That's still, those Rush shorts are some of my favorites of anything I've made.
They're so funny, dude.
If you could get by making 1 or 2 minute videos on YouTube, I would go down that route.
Oh, me too. 100%.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I want to make more of it. Can we play Rust again, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Holy shit. We got to play.
I hopped on with Thinly not too long ago, and I don't know if there's still a Rust wave going on through like big time YouTube guys. I don't know if that's happening.
Valheim did a lot to damper that.
Yeah, but
and I don't know if people went back to Rust after Valheim, or if people are still playing Valheim, or what.
Yeah, but me and Thinly did a little bit of Rust thing. We found like I don't know if it wasn't a content creator RP server, but it was like a content creator, like a big dude, Strippin had made.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
He made it for people to go and do like RP stuff. Like you had to like apply to it and stuff. But I mean, he was just like, hey, in that Semper Pog Discord, he was like, hey, if anyone wants to do it, you saw it. Yeah. And we went in there. And it was fun for a little bit, but then they kind of just like abandoned it. So it was kind of just chaos everywhere after a while. So we were like, all right, whatever, fucking cares. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, that was cool. I feel like for Rust especially, in that environment, like if you're gonna do RP stuff, you got to be with people that like are gonna be reliable to RP with, and it's not gonna be like some weird shit going on. I don't know. It was weird.
If Valheim wants to be relevant for like 10 years, they must do proximity voice in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's the only reason Rust is still relevant.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not a good game, but it's been around for so long and other games haven't. And the reason is ha 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 ha. Hey, what the fuck is that? And then you hear some dude in the distance like, ah, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
That's why Rust is still really good for content.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything but play Rust, and it just happens.
Yeah.
The half of the videos that when you and I were playing is just that. It's like it's the inciting action in an adventure romance plot. Like just some fucking thing happens, and you're like, "Whoa, let's go check it out."
Yeah.
And half the time, that thing is a person doing or saying something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. It was so fun. Like, I can't remember I do remember a lot of the stuff that happened when we played that initial, like during that summer.
You and I like throwing grenades at that fortress, like, yeah, fuck off, losers.
Yeah, they're not even online, but it's just like,
I know.
If they were, we would have gotten sniped like 1,000 meters away. Yeah. That was goofy.
That was fun.
Proximity voice is so nice, dude. Any game that has it is so fun. Have you played Intruder before?
No, but I saw a couple different people.
Mm-hmm.
Did Sam make
Sam just
video?
did, yeah. He
okay,
just
I
made
saw.
a video.
I think I saw the thumbnail. I haven't watched the video. Tomato streamed it.
Yeah.
I think with a couple different guys.
That whole group has played for years, like on and off. Like Bed made like 2 different Intruder videos, I think. Maybe it was just one, but it was really good, and they've been playing it again in that Semper Pog Discord.
I think you sent me that video.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Multiple times
saying,
I love this video, and you sent it to me.
Yeah.
And
it's so good, dude. And so I played it for the first time with them, and it's really funny because of how like the proximity voice works. Because like it relies heavily. There's 2 teams. It's basically there's intruders and the guards, and intruders are just trying to like infiltrate whatever big base it is to get a briefcase and then extract it back. And you've got all these little gadgets and stuff to use. You've radios, and when you talk into the radio, you're also projecting your voice with proximity. So like if you're like radioing like a teammate, like, hey, he's over there, I see him on the mountain, and someone on the other team is near you, he'll hear you say that to the person on the radio.
I like that a lot. That's
okay.
so good.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I wish they had in Squad.
Yeah, like hearing the other teammate. Like
is that you could,
that would be perfect.
I see what they don't, because they want it to be like they want you to be able to communicate without enemies hearing you. But that being said, it would be awesome.
Yeah. There was a thing, it was like 2 nights ago, we were playing, and like it was like me, Thinly, Buck, I think Voice Box. We were on one team, and like Buck has a sniper behind me, and he's like looking out, and he's like radioing me like, all right, I'm gonna go get this camera to get a shot of you. You look really cool. And I was like, okay. So I like going, and he's like, what's the situation? You okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking over there, and I don't see anything. I think there's like a balloon in the air, and then I get shot in the face. Like I stop. So like as soon as I die, my radio cuts off. He no longer hears me. So he's
silence,
like, he's like, Jimmy. He's like running around looking for me, and he's like looking for me, like running around. My body's just sitting there, and like the only way you can identify who's dead, everyone has a name tag on the back of their suit. So he's like not looking at my body to see if it's me, like seeing if I'm still alive. And it was just the goofiest shit. Like a game is just made for goofy, funny situations. Strapping C4s onto like remote control balloons, flying it in.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Steam game.
Yeah,
and it has proximity voice built in. Like it's not a.
Oh yeah, no, it's all built in already. It's really, it's fun. It's one of those games where like you need 10 people, because it's like 5 people on each team.
Yeah, it'd be like playing Trouble in Terrorist Town or something like that, or any Gary's mod thing where you got to go play with your friends.
Yeah, but it is so fun whenever they do hop in. It's so funny. That's been a goofy time. But
Are they playing that on the Semper Pog?
yeah.
People playing that? Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at that Discord. I should.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There was that one space-based game that I wanted to kind of look into, but I was too busy at the time.
Oh yeah, that was a game that you had to like learn, like you had to play for a long time to like understand it even. So
but the RP just looked so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a cool game, but
I don't remember. I don't know what it was called at all.
I think it was just Space Station 13, something like that.
Dude, me, you, and some other people need to play Astroneer together.
I love that game.
That game is so good.
Yeah.
And still has the perfect amount of like early game fucky wucky.
Yeah.
That makes it beautiful. And there's something that, and I told you and Charborg and Flutton about it when we were recording Valheim, I mentioned it. There's something that me and my twin learned how to do when we play that game that I don't think anyone else in the world does. And it is so fun and would make amazing content, and we have to do it.
Yeah. I got sucked into that game, dude. I love Astroneer.
Okay, we should definitely throw back and play some Astroneer. Mm-hmm. Great game.
Yeah, that's one of those games too where it's like the one thing that was so difficult about it is I would always have like a notepad up because of all the shit you needed to make a certain fucking gadget to like start making the material to make another gadget that you had to fly to a different fucking planet to get because it only was at that planet. And then you had to like go to that planet, make like a forward operating base and do shit there. It was like, oh my God.
That sounds like Valheim.
Yeah,
is what that sounds like, but with biomes instead of planets.
It literally felt like that. Yeah, it's kind of exactly what it was. I don't know.
How far have you gotten in Valheim, by the way?
I have still have not seen the third boss. Okay. Yeah. I've been
killed
playing
the third one.
I've been playing a solo world for a while, like just trying to like take my time and do shit, but I feel like it's just like it is a very grindy game when you're trying to continue going.
Yeah.
And, I don't know.
I have a world with my twin and then 2 guys I know IRL. I mean, other people can get on it, and I think have, but it's just a for fun world that I was doing in my free time. And we just killed. My twin and another buddy of mine have done. I think they've killed 4, maybe. I think they killed the final boss, or at least tried to fight it and then left. I don't remember. But I just killed the third. It was very fun. It's a great game.
It is.
I think a hardcore playthrough of it would be awesome. I think, like if they take the momentum that the game's gotten and the money that they've made and do a good job, Valheim could be so good.
Yeah.
It could be so good. It just needs a little bit more content and a little bit more like social aspects, like in-game voice chat, a proximity-based in-game voice chat.
Yeah.
And not like Discord, but in the game, because nobody needs that League of Legends. But yeah, so anyways, it could be really awesome.
Yeah.
And it has way more content than I was expecting. When I started playing that game, like when we were just screwing around, I thought maybe there would be as much content as there was, like you kill the first boss and then maybe you get bronze items.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the game. I had no idea that there was going to be so much more, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know you could go to space. That blew my mind.
What?
You can't go to space.
Fuck you. God.
I know there's...
Didn't we joke about that? Like,
yeah, we did.
Yeah, with the sailing the boats down the mountain and being like, we're going to launch into space. Like, first we sail the waters, now we go to the moon. Yeah.
There's something about the like spirit of adventure when you hop on a boat, even in apparently in games. Like I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever played the Microsoft game that is all about sailing and pirates? Sea of Thieves.
Oh, no, I've never played it.
We should try that game.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
We should add that to the list of stuff that we need to just, I guess, make big standing content with or whatever. Because that game is really fun. And there's a lot of times where you're just out at sea sailing and shooting shit. And it's really good content. It's really good.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if, it's actually, it had its time and then went away, and I don't think anyone's touching it except for maybe Wellen every once in a while makes a Sea of Thieves video. So I think it would actually be like a good time.
Yeah.
To like make some Sea of Thieves stuff. I think people would be ready to watch some more Sea of Thieves.
It would be. That'd be cool.
Just like eventually they'll be ready to watch RuneScape again. But today is not that day.
No.
Everyone's still burnt from Trailblazers, and it's been like 3 months. They're like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a progress.
I know, dude. They ruin people with that, like, teleport back to your last location thing. Like, people got a taste of that, and we're just like, I'm not doing regular gameplay anymore. Like, they can't. I'm glad that I never chose that thing, because I feel like it would have ruined me too.
Dude, RuneScape is like dying.
I know.
The economy is in shambles. It's not that bad, but it's bad.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I got on the other day in the midst of the Valheim craze, and there was like 200 people on each world.
Yeah.
That's like nobody.
Yeah.
It was late at night, sure, but early morning in the UK. So it wasn't like even close to peak hours, but that's like nobody playing the game.
Yeah. Is it me, or is there way too many fucking worlds?
There weren't when it was COVID and like everyone was not working and everybody was playing RuneScape. It was the right amount of worlds.
There's so many worlds. There's like 200 plus worlds. And
I do enough that...
But there's a lot of fucking people on right now. Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah.
How many people are playing?
Well, I'm just looking at like worlds 477 all the way to like 494 have anywhere between like 500 and 1100 people on each one.
Well, that's not too many people. That's like a decent amount of people.
That's a decent amount of people.
And considering it's the weekend, that's not like crazy numbers. During quarantine, we're getting those numbers on like a bad day in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Like early in the morning. This is middle of the day on a weekend.
Yeah.
Like peak hours for United States and UK. This should be, I mean, it was a lot more people.
I mean, hold on. Let me take a screenshot of this. This is like, what is the purpose of this? Like, the only thing that this does is give bots more room to do bot things.
Oh, the free-to-play worlds?
Yeah, what is that? Like, why do they have those?
Those are sad. Those are sad numbers.
That
now
continues.
You're going to have to send this to Troh, so...
Yeah, I'll send it to Troh. There's sad numbers of worlds. There's too many, dude. There's way too many worlds. There's no need for...
Yeah, the free-to-play worlds should... I think... When there's 70 people on a world... Delete the world.
Delete it, dude. Just pop them to a different one. I don't know.
That's sad.
That's like all the free-to-play worlds right now. No one's playing free-to-play.
And can we talk about the fact that Jagex hasn't like released content in like a year and a half?
Yeah.
Soul Wars doesn't count.
No.
I'm not saying that to be offensive to the devs of Soul Wars, but like, if you want people to be excited about RuneScape mini game, even if you're going to release something, don't call it a mini game. Hide it. Make a mini game, but don't call it a mini game. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. The second it becomes mini game, it's tertiary, and no one's like, it's not relevant in 3 days.
Yeah.
So first of all, that's like the biggest update besides that was removing Bounty Hunter. Still, I think.
Yeah.
And which was a negative. Like we lost content.
Dude, ever since I started the 007 thing, people are like, why did you make that when Group Iron Man's coming out? I'm like, is it coming out? They showed a fucking like clan stream, like the clan system stream, and like Ash just mentioned Group Iron Man like being it possible to implement Group Iron Man mechanics into this clan thing. And that's it. That's the only update we've gotten on Group Iron Man. People are like, why did you just not wait to do it? And I'm like, because let me be honest, it might just not fucking come. I don't know. This might not age well that I'm saying this. It could come next week, but it hasn't. There's been no hint of it coming. No teases.
They announced it at the last RuneFest, which, may I remind you, was coming up like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
That was in 2019.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. I mean, a lot of video games are developed in like that time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of like go look at a studio that's developing a game and see what they've done in a year and a half. And then like Jagex, who has billions of dollars and a massive studio, mentions adding a feature, and a year and a half later it's not there.
Sometimes I wonder what's going on over there. I don't know what's happening. Like, something's wrong. There's something going on.
See, I've been feeling that, Jimmy, the past, and I've been telling people under the radar. And this is not like I don't have any information on this, by the way. So it's just a gut feeling. Something must be terribly wrong. It's the same feeling that I had when I saw the first Cyberpunk. Hey, we're delaying it 6 months. You go, oh no.
Something's wrong.
And then you see the second one. That's when you go, shit. It's just like, well, I think I made this metaphor about Cyberpunk. It's just like the second time your flight gets delayed, change flights.
Yeah.
You are no longer flying on that airplane.
Yeah.
They will call it maintenance, and it's not maintenance. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Your plane is broken and it's not flying.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I've been getting with Jagex updates on old school RuneScape for the past like 6 months.
Yeah.
That plane is broken and it's not flying.
Yeah.
And the people are finding different flights.
Yeah.
They're driving down to Houston instead of flying out of Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're scheduling. They're saying, fuck it, we're not going there. We're going somewhere else. They're playing RuneScape 3 for God's sake.
Yes, dude. What the fuck? Dude,
help us!
Somebody,
please! Oh shit! New camera? Don't want to break you.
Are you swinging around the camera?
I was shaking my boom arm and it was shaking my desk.
Uh-oh. Tighten something. Tighten some screw. Some knob.
It's the what? Are we good? Are you good? Okay, if you're gonna buy a really expensive camera, buy a nice stand for it. Don't be stingy like me and buy a $10 piece of shit.
Yeah, no, not a good idea.
I would be better off at this point setting it on a cardboard box I found outside. That would be more reliable structurally.
Yeah.
And take up only a little bit more desk space than this piece of shit that someone had the audacity to engineer, say, not good, and then sell as a product to me.
Oopsies.
Elgato? No, it's not Elgato.
Elgato. Yeah. Hold up your camera.
I wonder if every time they sell a product back at like HQ, they're like, Elgato. Like high five with each other.
I'm sure that's exactly what they're fucking doing.
Yeah. Finger guns.
They seem like the guys that would do that.
They do a lot of finger guns back at Elgato HQ.
Yeah.
All the bros are just finger gunning each other. Pew pew pew.
Yeah. God, I hope this game lives.
RuneScape?
Yeah.
See, I've thought that, but then I've also thought like I'm okay with it dying.
Yeah.
Because then even as a content creator, you could just not touch it for a while, let it die, and then you could go back and still make some RuneScape videos about this interesting dead game that nobody plays.
Yeah.
That would be, that could be really cool.
Yeah.
Like doing videos on a dead version of RuneScape.
Yeah.
I think people would really find that interesting. It'd be like...
That's why people are playing RuneScape 3.
I was just going to say, it's like now we look at RS3 and we go, wow, what is this weird dead game that everybody hated for so long?
Dude, Sick Nerd playing RuneScape 3 right now is like watching some fucking dude go to like ancient ruins and put a GoPro on his head and like searching around. Being like, wow, this must be where they used to sit around the campfire and draw on those walls over there. This is fascinating. I can't believe we're seeing this.
Look, more penis graffiti. It's a dick.
Yes.
That's a dick.
Yeah. It is fascinating. It's like RuneScape that we are playing old school was literally what RuneScape 3, that was RuneScape 3. That's where this used to be. And that's amazing to think about. Like,
it's weird.
It's very weird. Like, they're two entirely different games, but it used to be that. It's just quite literally evolved. And it's very weird to remember that it's...
How long do you think our game has left, Jimmy?
What?
RuneScape. How long?
Till it's dead?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This game is the most unpredictable lifespan in any game ever.
I think it's seen its day in the sun again and will slowly fade.
Yeah.
And that's just because, first of all, I'm not like prophetic, most things slowly fade.
Right.
StarCraft 2 is slowly fading, like the father of esports.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
I think probably the amount of people playing it during quarantine last year in 2020, beginning of 2020, that's probably peak.
Yeah.
And it probably just goes, boo. And then watching Jagex struggle so much with so many resources, and I understand that it's difficult to develop and make stuff in quarantine, but most of my IRL friends and acquaintances work in game development and are not struggling like Jagex is struggling. And it's just a bad sign.
Yeah.
It's that sinking feeling I got that there's just something is horribly wrong at Jagex HQ and they can't get anything done. And I'm not blaming the old school dev team. They're probably being I don't pity their situation. Probably wouldn't want to be working there myself. Because, like, I just don't understand. The team is so big. And what are they doing?
I don't know.
What are they doing, Jimmy?
I don't know. You know something's wrong because they've transferred, like, big company owner guys, like, 3 times in the last year.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. There's something no one knows about except for people working there. I bet you people working there don't even really know what's happening except for like 4 guys that are just like panicking inside as they're like trying to figure out what to do next.
And then like 6 months ago or a year ago, whenever that was, all the like original team or the old guard that was left flew the coop and they're gone. It's just like Mod Ash and maybe a couple. I mean, there's like nobody left.
Yeah.
Who was responsible. So here's something that you got to think about. The people there have nothing to do with how RuneScape became successful.
Right.
So it remains to be seen whether or not they can make it good.
Yeah.
And it could have been and it was kind of an absolute fluke from the Gower brothers in the first place. Like, go watch any of the documentaries. It was a fluke. But obviously they were onto something. And now it just seems like, what the hell are they doing, Jimmy?
No one knows what's going on.
I don't understand. Are they just going to start removing content now and that's all their updates? They couldn't even nerf. They couldn't even change the number values on a handful of items.
Yeah.
Delayed inevitably.
Yeah.
And for how long, we don't know.
Are you talking about like the nerfing stuff?
Yeah, like the nerf stuff. Like, even that.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
It's just gone. I don't know. Now they're just talking about item changes. Where you're like, that's not a big deal.
No.
But in the context of everything else and the lack of, like, I don't know. Was adding a new Slayer Master for low-level Slayer, was that the move to get new players to engage with the game? Absolutely not. I don't know. It's just a it was a update.
Yeah.
It was just one thing to go do to get your quest cape back.
Yeah.
The reason new players play RuneScape is for all the old stuff.
Yeah.
The reason old players play RuneScape is for all the new stuff. And I think as a company, they just keep trying to think like, what new content can we release so the youngsters will come play our game? And you're like, they're not gonna.
They don't want to play.
Either
this.
It already exists, or they're not gonna play it. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
No one.
It's
youngsters will not come to this game.
Of the fishing boss is not going to bring new people.
No, I don't understand.
It will be content for people who have already played the game, and if it's EHP or there's unique items, people will grind it out.
Yep.
But a fishing boss to old school RuneScape is not going to be the reason new players play the game.
Yep. It's kind of sad.
I don't think there's anything you can do to get new players to play the game other than have a good game that the players there like and want to keep playing.
Yeah.
I think trying to be like, what new stuff? I think that actually that's like the trap. It's like, what new stuff can we do to get more people to play our game? That's why Cyberpunk is a steaming pile of shit. Because when they were creating The Witcher 3, they wanted to create a good game that they cared about.
Yeah.
And when they were creating Cyberpunk, they were like, holy shit, people are going to be so excited about X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
It's not good for making YouTube videos. It's not good for making video games. Imagine, go write a book and sit down and write a chapter and be like, what are they going to like? Horrible ass book.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I don't know. And they're sitting around in meetings at Jagex probably like, okay, what can we do to get new people to play our game? What title and thumbnail
Yeah.
are going to get people excited about our game?
Yeah. You know what would actually be the true game changer? And this is so not possible. But making
VR?
No, making RuneScape like in a way where players could have their own world in a way that's like an open source so that they can mod it. If you could have a server of RuneScape, as in it's like
Private servers, you mean?
Kind of like a private server, but through Jagex.
Bankstandin brought to you by no.
With like how Minecraft is almost. Like you...
I see what you're saying, the like open source renewability, but it's an MMORPG, Jimmy.
Right. It doesn't work that way. That's why I'm saying it's so not possible. But it just makes it sound so fun of being like, wow, people could make their own quests.
Basically what you're saying is like, I wish we had new content in the game, and because the developers aren't doing that,
players would do
they
it.
could outsource it. Yeah.
Players would
just like
do
Skyrim
it.
only exists because Bethesda has done fuck all for 12 years or no, it's only been 10.
Yeah.
Wait, dude, the 10-year anniversary of Skyrim is 11/11/21, so coming up.
I mean, dude, it's like Skyrim is so buggy, and then like one of the most downloaded, probably the most downloaded thing is like, here's this patch the devs didn't do anything about, but we did. We fixed things.
And the other most downloaded is Sky UI. It's just a user interface.
Yeah.
Inventory management. It's basically Rune Life.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sorry. We're just trying to save the game. We're trying to save the game.
We just like the game a lot.
We like this game. You guys should do something about it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Damn. On that positive, very optimistic note, we're out of time.
We're out of time.
We're out of time. Good luck, Jagex.
Oh, we love you, RuneScape.
RuneScape. Sorry.
All right.
All right.
Well. Help us!
Somebody,
Please!
please.
Oh, shit.